Hello, middle school students and parents. This is Miss Richardson. I just wanted to go over a few things with all of you for our students that are beginning school at the beginning of the school year and even those that come throughout the school year. We want to make sure you are aware of some information. This Google Doc has been shared with you that you see here on the screen. And I just want to talk about a few of these resources. So, the very first thing we want to do is highly encourage every parent to be a parent observer in your child's Canvas courses. In order to become a parent observer, you will need a pairing code, and your child your student will have to give you that pairing code from their Canvas page. So if you'll look at this resource here at the bottom, it says creating a parent account in Canvas, YouTube. This is a great video. It's only a couple of minutes long, and it shows you exactly what you need to do to create a parent Canvas account, and it shows your student exactly what they need to do to give you that parent code, or excuse me, it's called a pairing code. Okay. So if you will please watch this video that is on this resource page and make sure you are an observer in all of your students' Canvas courses. Okay. So I'm not gonna go over that with you, but I do encourage all of you to watch this video. So basically, you have access to all of these resources here. I am going to talk about just a couple of things from each of them. Since you have the resources, you can read through them yourselves. But I did want to just make sure I talked specifically about that creating that parent account. You can go to each of these on your own. You can look at our VPOC, which VPOC stands for Virtual Program of Choice, our website, the Twitter account. We have a Facebook account, and we update those often with your students. And so we want to make sure you guys are aware of those. Okay. Please look over the Student Guardian Handbook. Also, you should not only have access to your child's Canvas accounts, but you should also be able to log into Infinite Campus. Parents have their own accounts to Infinite Campus, and that information is here as well. But basically, I went through the handbook and I just took a snippet of the most important things I want to make sure you are aware of. So let's go over a few things from the handbook. So the first thing you do need to realize, and a lot of our students are returning from last year, so you are aware of this, that each student has 2 Zooms each week, 2 live Zooms each week per class for 45 minutes each. Those Zooms are required if students don't attend them. If they do not attend them, you will be counted absent. All right. So after the live Zooms, you will have asynchronous work. You will work independently. Teachers are available to meet one-on-one with students per request. So please reach out to your teachers if you ever need us, so you have any questions, okay? Every Friday at 9 o'clock, you will have advisement. And so everyone has an advisement teacher. I am the advisement teacher for 8th grade students. And so that's really your first contact whenever you do have a question about something besides their content, to reach out to that advisement teacher. All right, as far as attendance goes, it says for each virtual course, middle school students will have 2 live Zooms per week scheduled on either Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday, Thursday. Students will be counted present if they attend the live Zoom, and will be counted absent if they do not attend the live Zoom. To be counted present, students must have their cameras on, they must be in the frame, and they must be responsive to their teachers. So if we ask a question and want everyone to respond in the chat feature of Zoom, that's what we want them to do. We expect them to answer, even if their response is, I'm not sure. We want to make sure the students are engaged in their Zoom classes. Please remember, the virtual program of choice is a program of choice. If students are not actively engaging in their courses, parents will be contacted by teachers, administrators, and their counselors. If students are not actively engaged for 10 consecutive days, a conference will be scheduled to determine if the online environment is an appropriate educational setting for the student. As far as our work, our class assignments are released usually either late Sunday night or early Monday morning for each week, and those assignments are all due by midnight on Sunday of the same week. Now, there will be some exceptions to that rule, but the teachers will make it very clear when that will happen. If students do not successfully submit their work by the due date, then a late penalty will automatically be applied to that grade. After the due date, students still have an opportunity to earn credit for their work, but they learn real life lessons via the grade deduction. And for middle school, after the due date, so if they submit an assignment that's due by midnight on Sunday, if they submit it on Monday morning, they will have a 2% penalty for their final grade. And every day is 2% is added. Okay, so make sure those grades and those assignments are posted on time. When in Zoom sessions or any VPOC in-person meetups, students should adhere to the Hall County's dress code policies. Now, we didn't have very many issues with this last year. Students just need to uh, dress appropriately, whether they're coming to a meetup or even on a Zoom meeting. Just use your common sense as far as dressing appropriately, because remember, we are all on camera and we can all see each other. So just keep that in mind. All right, now each student, even though they're part of our program, they are still a student of their home school. So at each home school, each student has access to your school counselor at your home school. You have access to all the extracurricular activities and clubs. So if you want to play basketball or football or softball or be a cheerleader, you will do that through your home school. You have access to all of the services via the media center. So students can absolutely go to your home school and check out books and use any of the equipment in each media center. Students are encouraged to have their school pictures taken at their home schools. You are absolutely welcome to order yearbooks from your home schools. If your schools have any after school activity like dances or sporting events, make sure you stay in contact with your school. Make sure you're following them. You're going to their website regularly to see what these activities are, and you need to make sure you stay a part of your home school's activities. Now, as a virtual student, it can be a little, uh, you might want to cheat or copy and paste. And so there is kind of a temptation there as a virtual student, but we absolutely expect academic integrity. Okay. So one of the tools that we use to make sure your work is actually your work is called Turnitin. And so anytime you have to reply to a question and you're typing your response, we put your submissions through a system called Turnitin, which basically it checks for plagiarisms. Okay, it compares your words to any other printed material found on the web, and so make sure you realize that we will be checking constantly that your work is actually done by you. Okay, so if you have on your first offense, if we find out that you have got your answers elsewhere besides your own brain, you will have the loss of the grade for that assignment, and we will notify the parents. The second offense, once again, you'll get a 0 on that assignment, and a conference will be held with the parents, teachers, and administrators. And then the third offense, you could possibly be removed from the program. So I know it might be a temptation for you, but we do expect all work submitted to be your own work. In order to be in the virtual program of choice, students must have consistent access to Wi-Fi and should check out a VPOC issued Chromebook. We want all of our students to check out a Chromebook. Almost all of the technical issues we had last year was from students that were using their own computers at home. So we do highly recommend that all of you receive a Chromebook. If you have technical issues with our Chromebooks, we can help you with those. But if you're not using our Chromebooks, you have any other device, we can't offer technical support on those devices. Okay. Now, if you do have a Chromebook and you do have some sort of technical issues, we encourage you guys to try your own basic troubleshooting. So you can Google search the issue you're having for possible solutions. Always try restarting your device. That helps a lot in a lot of situations. It just fixes things for some reason. Try using another browser or another device. Also try clearing your cache. And a lot of times any of these things will actually take care of the situation. If, however, you do your own troubleshooting and that does not resolve your issue, then please send a detailed message to your teacher. Try to include screenshots, screen recordings, details of what has already been done, the device that you're using, so on and so forth. Okay, so if you can be specific, we can help you even quicker figure out what's going on. As far as your assignments go, please remember to not wait until the last minute to try your assignments, to get started with your assignments, because if it's the weekend and you are having technical issues, we are not going to be available to help you. All right. So students should be working on their lessons and assignments throughout the week, as teachers are only available to help you Monday through Friday from 8 to 4. So just keep that in mind. All right, so this is a Zoom schedule of all the middle school classes. So of course you can stop the video and take a screenshot of that if you want. But when we start school on Friday the 5th, everyone will make sure everyone has the correct schedule. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing that for just a minute, and I'm going to pull up an example of a class. So I'm Miss Richardson again, and I have all of the middle schoolers. I teach 6th through 8th math and 6th and 7th grade social studies. So let me share this with you. I'm almost done. I only wanted to show you one more thing. All right, so all of your courses will have the same home page. So this is what you see here on my screen. All right, in the center of the page, you'll see your teacher's name, what subject it is, when the Zoom class is being held. I've included my email on all of my home pages. And then here at the bottom, you have several buttons. You have access to the syllabus. You have my Zoom link right here. You can get to modules either over here on the left side, modules here, or right here. You can always get to modules to check each week what you're supposed to be doing. Earlier, I mentioned our website that you should be checking regularly. Here's access to this on every one of your teacher's Canvas pages on the home page. And to get to your home campus's website quickly, you do have a link on every home page. So for my class, so this is 6th grade math, but 7th and 8th grades will look very similar to this. Always go to modules to find out what's going on each week. At the top of the page, you're going to see the most recent week. So the weeks will be labeled. They'll be dated, right? So you never have to question where should I be looking? Where can I find this week's assignments? For each unit, you'll find unit information. For each week, if you'll click there will be an overview of the material that's going to be taught for the week. For math, I will always have a slide deck available. You should go through this slide deck every week for math. There's problems that are implanted throughout or embedded throughout the slide deck. Solutions are given. There are videos to help you out with your weekly math assignment, so on and so forth. And then below that, if you'll notice, each of these assignments or pages have a date next to them. So here it tells us that we have a Zoom meeting on Monday, the 15th. On Tuesday, the 16th, this is your assignment. So see the little rocket ship. That means that you're about to take an assignment for a grade. Wednesday, the 17th, we have a Zoom meeting. Thursday, there's another rocket ship. This is an assignment for a grade. And then Friday, the 19th, I have assigned a Delta Math assignment, a piece of paper with a pencil on it icon. That also means that you're going to submit an assignment for a grade. Okay, so there should never be any question about what you should be doing. These dates, remember, everything's due by midnight on Sunday, but if you'll follow my dated suggestions, you should be done Friday with all of your work, and you should not have to worry about doing any work over the weekend. Okay, so each teacher will set up their classes a little bit differently, but it should be very clear on each one of your teachers' pages what the work is and when it all should be done. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, that's what I wanted to go over with you today. So I look forward to working with all of the teachers, not teachers, but the students and their parents. We really encourage the family to be involved in the educational process to help your student be just as successful as they possibly can. And everyone have a great day, and I will check in with all of you later.